Hey everyone, welcome to English Conversation Zone.
Hi there, I'm Rose, and I'm so excited to be here today.
And I'm Jake, your English teacher and guide. Rose and I are going to have a great conversation today about something that affects almost every English learner.
That's right. We're talking about common English mistakes and how to fix them. I have to admit, I make some of these mistakes myself, so this is going to be really helpful for me too.
Don't worry, Rose. Everyone makes mistakes when learning English. That's completely normal and actually a sign that you're practicing and improving.
That's good to know. Before we dive in, I just want to say something to everyone listening. Your likes and subscribes motivate us so much. Please share this video with your friends.
All right, so let's start with one of the biggest mistakes that English learners make. Rose, have you ever confused its and its?
Oh my goodness, yes. I still have to think about it sometimes. They sound exactly the same, so how am I supposed to know which one to use?
Great question. This is actually one of the most common mistakes, even for native speakers. Let me break it down for you. Its, with an apostrophe, is a contraction. Do you know what a contraction is?
It's when you combine two words together, right?
Exactly. So its is short for it is or it has. The apostrophe shows that letters are missing.
Okay, that makes sense. So what about its without the apostrophe?
That's the possessive form. It shows that something belongs to something else. For example, the dog wagged its tail. The tail belongs to the dog.
Oh, so I should think about whether I'm saying it is or showing possession.
Perfect. Here's an easy trick. Whenever you want to use its, replace it with it is in the sentence. If the sentence still makes sense, use the apostrophe. If it doesn't make sense, use its without the apostrophe.
Let me try. The cat licked its paws. So I replace it with it is. The cat licked it is paws. That sounds wrong.
Exactly. So you'd use its without the apostrophe. The cat licked its paws.
I think I've got it now. What's another common mistake?
Let's talk about there, and there. These three words sound identical but have completely different meanings.
Oh no, not three of them. This sounds complicated.
It's not as bad as you think. Let's start with there. This usually refers to a place or location. The book is over there. Can you give me an example?
I left my keys there?
Perfect. Now there with an IER at the end is possessive. It means something belongs to them, like their house or their car.
So if I'm talking about something that belongs to multiple people, I use THEIR?
Exactly right. And finally, there with an apostrophe is a contraction of they are. Just like with its, you can test it by replacing it with the full words.
Let me practice all three. They're going to their house over there. Did I use them all correctly?
Yes, that's a perfect example sentence with all three. You're getting the hang of this.
What about affect and effect? I always mix those up.
Ah, yes, this is another tricky pair. Generally speaking, affect with an A is a verb. It means to influence or change something. The weather affects my mood.
And effect is a noun.
Usually, yes. Effect with an E is typically a noun that means the result of something. The effect of the medicine was immediate.
So affect is what you do, and effect is the result.
That's a great way to remember it. There are rare exceptions where effect can be a verb, meaning to bring about or cause something, like to effect change, but that's more advanced. For now, just remember affect is the action, effect is the result.
These tricks are really helpful, Jake. What's another common mistake?
Let's talk about your and your. This is similar to the its and its situation.
Okay, so your with an apostrophe is you are, right?
Exactly. And your without the apostrophe shows possession, your book, your house, your idea.
So I could say, you're going to love your new car.
Perfect. See, you're already applying what you learned from the earlier example. The same rule works here. If you can replace it with you are and it makes sense, use the apostrophe.
This is making so much sense now. I wish someone had explained it like this when I first started learning English.
Well, better late than never. Now, let's talk about some verb mistakes. One of the most common is confusing lie and lay.
Oh boy, this one confuses me every time.
Don't worry, it confuses a lot of native speakers too. Here's the key. Lie means to recline or rest in a horizontal position. You don't need an object. I lie down on the bed.
And lay needs an object.
Exactly. Lay means to put or place something down. You lay something somewhere. I lay the book on the table.
So I lie down, but I lay something down.
Perfect. Now, here's where it gets tricky. The past tense of lie is lay. Yesterday, I lay down on the bed.
Wait, what? The past tense of lie is lay? But lay is already a word.
I know, this is why people get confused. The past tense of lay is laid. Yesterday, I laid the book on the table.
My brain hurts a little, but I think I understand. Can we practice with some examples?
Sure. I'll give you a sentence and you tell me which word to use. Ready? I'm tired, so I'm going to blank down for a nap.
Lie down because I'm not putting an object anywhere?
Correct. Now try this one. Please blank the blanket on the couch.
Lay because I'm placing the blanket somewhere.
Excellent. You've got it. Let's move on to another common mistake.
What about than and then? Do you ever mix those up, Rose?
Sometimes they sound so similar when people speak quickly.
Right. Than, with an A, is used for comparisons. I am taller than my brother. This coffee is better than that one.
And then is about time?
Exactly. Then, with an E, refers to time or sequence. First we'll eat, then we'll watch a movie. Or, I was younger then.
So if I'm comparing two things, I use THAN. If I'm talking about when something happens, I use THEN.
Perfect. Here's a sentence with both. I'd rather eat now than wait until then.
Oh, that's clever. I can really hear the difference when you use them together.
Now let's talk about a mistake that drives many English teachers crazy, using less when you should use fewer.
Wait, there's a difference?
Yes, fewer is used with countable nouns, things you can count individually. Fewer people, fewer books, fewer mistakes.
And less is for things you can't count?
Exactly. Less is for uncountable nouns or abstract concepts. Less water, less time, less stress, less money.
So I should say fewer cookies but less sugar.
Perfect example. You can count cookies individually, so use fewer. But sugar is measured in amounts, not individual pieces, so use less.
What if someone says 10 items or less at the grocery store?
That's actually incorrect. It should be 10 items or fewer, because you can count items. But this mistake is so common that you see it everywhere, even in stores.
So even native speakers make this mistake?
All the time. But now you know the correct way, so you can use it properly in your writing and speaking.
What about good and well? I hear people use them interchangeably.
Good is an adjective. It describes nouns. This is a good book. She is a good teacher.
And well is an adverb.
Exactly. Well describes verbs, how you do something. She sings well. He plays basketball well.
So if someone asks, "How are you?" I should say, "I'm well," not "I'm good."
Technically, yes, but in casual conversation, I'm good has become acceptable. But for more formal situations or in writing, I'm well is better.
What if someone asks, "How did you do on the test?"
You'd say, I did well, because you're describing how you performed, which is an action.
This makes sense. Are there any other adjective and adverb pairs that people confuse?
Yes, bad and badly. Bad is an adjective. This is a bad idea. Badly is an adverb. He sings badly.
So I feel bad, not badly.
Correct. You feel bad because bad describes your emotional state, which is a noun-like concept. If you said, I feel badly, it would technically mean your sense of touch isn't working well.
That's funny. I never thought about it that way.
Let's talk about double negatives now. This is a big mistake that many learners make.
What's a double negative?
It's when you use two negative words in the same sentence. In English, this actually creates a positive meaning, which is usually not what people intend.
Can you give me an example?
Sure, if you say, I don't have no money, you're technically saying you do have money because the two negatives cancel each other out.
Oh, so I should say I don't have any money or I have no money, but not both negative words together.
Exactly. Here's another one. I didn't do nothing. This technically means you did something.
So the correct way is I didn't do anything or I did nothing.
Perfect. You've got it. In formal English, we avoid double negatives, though in some dialects and informal speech, people do use them for emphasis.
What about could've, should've, and would've? I see those written online all the time.
Ah, those are actually incorrect. People write them that way because that's what it sounds like when people speak, but the correct forms are could have, should have, and would have.
Or the contractions, could've, should've, and would've.
Exactly. I could have gone to the party is correct. I could have gone is wrong, even though it sounds the same when spoken.
So this is really a writing mistake, not a speaking mistake.
Mostly yes. When people speak, could've and could of sound identical, but when you write, you need to use have, never of.
Got it. What's another common mistake?
Let's talk about who and whom. This one is tricky even for native speakers.
Oh, I always just use who for everything because whom sounds too formal.
You're not alone. Whom is becoming less common in casual speech, but it's still important to know the difference for formal writing.
So when should I use each one?
Who is used as a subject, the person doing the action. Who ate the cookie? Whom is used as an object, the person receiving the action. To whom did you give the cookie?
Is there an easy trick to remember?
Yes. Try answering the question with he or him. If he works, use who. If him works, use whom. Who called? He called. To whom should I speak? Speak to him.
That's helpful, but I probably don't need to use whom in everyday conversation, right?
In casual conversation, most native speakers just use who for everything now. But for formal writing, emails to bosses, or academic papers, whom is still important.
What about me and I? I get confused when there are two people in a sentence.
This is a great question. Many people overcorrect this one. The rule is actually simple. I is a subject and me is an object.
Can you explain that more simply?
Sure. I does the action. I went to the store. Me receives the action. She gave the book to me.
What about when I'm talking about myself and someone else, like my friend and I, or my friend and me?
Here's the trick. Remove the other person from the sentence and see which one sounds right. For example, my friend and I went to the store. Take out my friend and you get I went to the store. That sounds correct, right?
Yes, so my friend and I is correct there.
Exactly. Now try this. She gave the book to my friend and me. Remove my friend and you get she gave the book to me. That's correct.
Oh, so I shouldn't say she gave the book to my friend and I?
Right. That's a very common mistake. People think and I always sounds more polite or proper, so they use it even when and me is correct.
This trick is so helpful. I'll definitely use it from now on.
Good. Now let's talk about lose and loose. These are spelled differently and have completely different meanings, but people confuse them all the time.
I think I know this one. Lose means to not win or to misplace something?
Exactly. I always lose my keys. Our team might lose the game. It rhymes with choose.
And loose means not tight.
Perfect. These pants are too loose. The screw is loose. It rhymes with goose.
So the spelling really matters because they sound different?
Yes. L-O-S-E has one O and sounds like lose. L-O-O-S-E has two O's and sounds like loose. Completely different pronunciations and meanings.
What about accept and accept? Those sound similar.
Good one. Accept means to receive or agree to something. I accept your apology. She accepted the job offer.
And except means excluding something.
Exactly. Everyone came to the party except John. I like all vegetables except broccoli.
So accept is about taking or receiving, and accept is about leaving something out.
Perfect summary. Here's a sentence with both. I accept all payment methods except personal checks.
I can hear how they work differently now. What's another mistake people make?
Let's talk about bring and take. This confuses many learners because both involve moving something from one place to another.
I use them interchangeably. What's the difference?
Bring means to carry something toward the speaker or to the place being discussed. Please bring your book to class tomorrow.
And take means to carry something away.
Exactly. Take means to carry something away from the speaker or from the current location. Don't forget to take your umbrella when you leave.
So it depends on the direction of movement?
Yes. If something is moving toward you or toward the place you're talking about, use bring. If it's moving away, use take.
Can you give me another example?
Sure. Imagine you're at home talking to your friend about a party tomorrow. You'd say, please bring some snacks to the party. But when your friend leaves the party to go home, you'd say, take some leftover cake with you.
Oh, that makes it much clearer.
Now let's discuss borrow and lend. These are often confused because they both involve temporarily giving or receiving something.
I definitely mix these up sometimes.
Borrow means to receive something temporarily. Can I borrow your pen? Lend means to give something temporarily. Can you lend me your pen?
So when I'm receiving, I borrow. When I'm giving, I lend.
Perfect. Think of it this way. You borrow from someone and you lend to someone.
So I can't say, can you borrow me your pen?
Correct. That's a very common mistake. You'd say, can you lend me your pen? Or can I borrow your pen?
What about advice and advise? I always forget which one is which.
The key difference is that advice with a C is a noun and advise with an S is a verb, and they're pronounced differently too.
They are? I thought they sounded the same.
Advice sounds like advice with an S sound at the end. Advise sounds like advise with a Z sound. Can you hear the difference?
Oh, yes. So can you give me some advice uses the noun, and I advise you to study more uses the verb?
Exactly. Here's an easy way to remember. Advice is something you can give, like ice. Advise is something you do, like revise.
That's a clever way to remember it. What about compliment and complement? Those are tricky too.
Yes. Complement with an E means something that completes or goes well with something else. This wine complements the meal perfectly.
And compliment with an I is when you say something nice to someone?
Exactly. She complimented me on my new haircut. Here's how to remember. Compliment has an I, and I like to receive compliments. Complement with an E means to complete something.
These memory tricks are great. I'm learning so much today.
I'm glad. Let's talk about one more common mistake, using literally incorrectly.
Oh, I hear people say, I'm literally dying all the time.
Exactly. That's incorrect unless the person is actually dying. Literally means something is actually, truly happening in real life, not as an exaggeration.
So people use it when they really mean figuratively?
Yes. If you say, I'm literally starving, it means you're actually dying from lack of food. If you just mean you're very hungry, you should say, I'm so hungry, or I'm figuratively starving.
But I hear even native speakers misuse literally all the time.
You're right. It's become so common that dictionaries have actually added the informal, exaggerated meaning. But in formal writing and speech, you should still use literally only for things that are actually, truly happening.
What's a correct use of literally?
I literally ran 5 miles this morning. This means you actually ran 5 miles, not figuratively or exaggeratedly. It emphasizes that the statement is true and not an exaggeration.
That makes sense. So I shouldn't use it for emphasis unless something actually happened.
Exactly. There are better words for emphasis, like really, extremely, incredibly, or absolutely.
This has been such a helpful conversation, Jake. I feel like I understand these mistakes so much better now.
I'm really glad to hear that, Rose. The key is to practice using these words correctly, and over time it'll become natural.
Do you have any final advice for our listeners who want to avoid these common mistakes?
Yes. First, don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn. Second, read a lot. When you read well-written English, you'll naturally absorb the correct usage. And third, when you're not sure, look it up.
Those are great tips. And I'd add that practicing with a friend or a teacher really helps too.
Absolutely. Having someone who can correct you in a supportive way is invaluable. Also, keep a notebook of your common mistakes and review it regularly.
I love that idea. I'm going to start doing that myself.
Remember, everyone makes mistakes, even native speakers. The goal isn't perfection, it's clear communication and continuous improvement.
That's such an encouraging way to look at it. I feel much more confident about avoiding these mistakes now.
That's wonderful, Rose. And to everyone listening, keep practicing, stay curious, and don't give up. Your English will improve every single day.
Thank you so much for this lesson, Jape. This was really fun and educational.
Thank you, Rose, and thank you to everyone listening. Keep up the great work with your English learning journey. We believe in you.
Yes, keep practicing and we'll see you next time.
Take care, everyone. Happy learning.